No, these are right up on the window though. I'm gonna put them over there. These are right up on the window. Okay, Hannah. Come here.
Guys are going to be from Africa. They're going to be from more West Africa. These guys are going to be Western chimpanzees. And in our troop, we're going to have, for the longest time, I've actually said we have 14 members, but as of recently, we have 2 brand new incomers, 2 new babies, if we haven't checked them out already. They're going to be in the penthouse section. Our mother is going to be up there. These are going to be more of our main chips, consisting more of our boys and some other females. But yes, we're going to have 16 members in total, and I guess now it's going to be 10 females because we have both our babies are going to be girls, and we're going to have 6 males. And usually in chimpanzee groups, there's going to be a hierarchy consisting of lower-ranking members and higher-ranking members. They can be both male or female. It's just more of a matter of dominance. But all the way at the top, who's always going to be a male is our alpha. Here at the LA Zoo, our alpha is going to be a male named Glenn. I did think I saw him a little bit earlier more on this side of the exhibit. He's going to be a relatively larger male chip with a whitish beard, and he has like more patches on his wrists. Flatter bottoms are going to be our males. And also, another way you can tell the difference between members is age. Our younger members are going to be the ones with more like maybe that pinkish peach lighter skin tone, and as they age, they'll gradually get older. Our youngest members are our babies. One's going to be about, I believe, a couple weeks old by now. I used to say she's about a little bit more than a week old, but since I've been saying that for a week, I'm sure she's a little bit older if my math is mathing. Then the other one's going to be a little bit older than a month. And then our younger ones, besides our babies, are going to be our boys. And they're all going to be about 10 to 11 years old. And they're still going to have that more fair, lighter skin tone, but as they get older, they'll definitely get more gray and darker skin. Like some of our members, like Regina, she's our oldest female. I'm not sure if she's in this exhibit or in the penthouse, but she could be a relatively large chip as well, who has a little bit of balding, but she's going to be about 41 years old, definitely over 40 years old. And to give a little context, our chimpanzees tend to live around 40 years of age, give or take. Usually in captivity, they tend to live a little bit longer, like Regina. Now I've been babbling for a little bit. Does anyone have any questions so far? Any questions? Making sure I see everyone. Sometimes my purple vision can be kind of sus. Excellent, excellent. Another trait about our chimpanzees you might see today is they're going to be excellent climbers. So you might see them climb up these trees very, very high, or these rocks or anything like that. Even though they tend to be a little bit smaller than us, they are going to be much stronger than us humans, and they're going to have incredible grip strength to grab onto any object and hold themselves up and climb if they have a climbing ability. Maybe some predators do not. And they'll also use it if they see any fruits in trees. Of course, if there's any tasty fruits they see in these trees, they can climb them really, really high and get them for themselves. And chimpanzees are going to be very social creatures. So some behaviors you might see from our chimpanzees that they might do to each other is grooming. Grooming is almost like their way of having conversations, the way they grow really strong bonds within the group. And if you're a chimpanzee who maybe wants to rank higher as a member or just gain more friends, you definitely want to use grooming as a key way of growing those and strengthening those bonds. And maybe you become, even if you're male, maybe you become an alpha, because that's kind of the story of Glenn. He's not the biggest chimpanzee, believe it or not. There's a little bit of more of nuance of becoming an alpha. He actually has an older brother named Shaun, and I believe he's actually the biggest chimpanzee in our group. But it just shows it's not just necessarily about being the biggest or strongest. It's also having strong bonds, like I said, being able to be a strong, capable leader that can provide or protect, handle any disagreements that may happen within the troop, anything like that, because there's always going to be a cycle of the alpha proving that they're a capable and strong leader, because there's always going to be younger boys that might be challenging you, that want to be a high-ranking member, and also eventually become an alpha as well. Any other questions so far? Yes, question. How long do chimpanzees live? Great question. They live around 40 years old. They live a little bit longer. I believe I heard of one individual that has got approximately 7 years old at some other zoo. So a little bit longer in captivity, but around 40 years in the wild or less. Great question. Any other questions before I continue? How old are the babies? They're going to be older babies who's going to be about a little bit more than a month old, I would say. And then our newer mother, Vindi, she's going to have a baby who's about a week or two old. But probably about 2 weeks old by now. Really great question. Question over here. What are they eating? It looks like they were eating tomatoes and oranges. Thank you. I have a really bad eye from here. It looks like they're eating oranges and tomatoes today. I wasn't really too sure, because sometimes they have like orange stuff, but it turns out to be a pepper or something like that. But it looks like they're having their greens, orange and peppers. That's what they'll usually eat. Sometimes on days they'll also eat corn as well, but lots of fruits and vegetables. How do our chimpanzees end up at the zoo? So most of these individuals were actually born in captivity. I would say most of the individuals were born here at the LA Zoo. They had maybe parents that were also born here as well. If not, they were also transferred from a different zoo. For example, we have a male named Pu'iwa. I forget what zoo he comes from or which captivity, but he was born in captivity as well. Great question. Any other questions so far? Speaking of our members, our younger members, right now we see Johari. He's going to be one of our younger boys. He's, I believe, 10 right now. I think he has a birthday this month, actually. Actually, in a couple days, I think on the 12th, he will turn 11. But he's going to be the son of our alpha Glenn. Then we have one of our smaller members right over here, Jean. She's going to be very petite for a chimpanzee. And then we have Pu'iwa, I believe, right over there, like I was just talking about with you guys over there. He's going to be one of the newer members besides our babies. He comes from a different zoo. And Zoe, she's going to be the mother of that younger boy we just saw, Johari. You can kind of tell that because they both have those really big ears. Question. Kind of by himself, he's going to be Glenn. If you look for a male with like a whitish beard, and I believe he has some weird like fingers, like patches or things like that. He's going to be, I forget, like mid-30s for sure. And then his older brother, Shaun, I believe is going to be about 37 years old. So he's not going to be the alpha. It is going to be Glenn. Even though Shaun, his older brother, he is bigger than him as well. And Glenn has more of the personality for it. He strives to become an alpha. Some members of the chimpanzee group, maybe they just don't care about being high ranking or low ranking or alpha or things like that. They're kind of nuanced like us humans, and that's okay. Whether you're a low ranking member or high ranking member, all members are important in the troop. It's just more of a matter of dominance. Really great question. Question up there. Great question. Kind of like us humans, maybe like one or two at a time usually. Speaking of which, I'm not too sure if they have twins sometimes. I remember I was asked about that, but they may have twins sometimes as well, like us humans. But still, maybe a pair or so on average, like us humans. Throughout their whole life as well. They might have multiple as well throughout their life, of course, more than two. It depends on more of what type of alpha we have in the troop, because more of our alphas will be the one who has more of the mating rights between all the females. So it depends on how, I guess, busy he wants to get. What age? It depends. Usually, I would say around a little bit older than 18 years old would be around the age they would be ready to have some babies. Our mothers over here, they're going to be both around in their late 20s. So they're maybe a little bit later, but biologically speaking, they can start like 18 or maybe a little bit earlier. Yeah, so this is going to be Shaun right over here. He's going to be our biggest chimpanzee in the troop. Any other questions? I totally forgot what I was yapping about a little bit earlier. I loved all the questions. Let me see, did I miss anything? Well, as you know, guys, the pet house is behind this exhibit. If you have any questions.
Stop fighting with her. Mira, mira, ella se va por esa pobre. Mira, 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 está agarrando.
¿Qué huele?
You left her crying. See?
You gotta be no.
That's the younger one.
No, usually they take care of it. Look what they eat.
Mom.
What they eat.
They're eating oranges right now.
In the corner. In the corner.
So